Phew! 2020 has finally ended. With 2021, there are new expectations and possibilities for all clubs and footballers. So, what better time to join the bandwagon of making some bold 2021 football predictions? You may point out that all of this is pointless. After all, with what happened to all the predictions in 2020. But this is all part of the spectacle of the beautiful game and makes the whole experience so much more fun. Who's getting sacked, who's winning what, and who's moving club? We'll be discussing all of that and more. And when we do get many of these right, I want you to remember where you heard it first. Before we get going, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification. That way you will never miss an in-depth analysis of the exciting world of football. So, without further ado, let us look at some of the boldest football predictions for 2021. 1. Pogba joins Juventus. Pogba is for sure a good place to start. With his agent Mino Raiola confirming Pogba wants to leave, there are only a handful of clubs that can afford Pogba. With outlets claiming that Real Madrid may have lost their interest in the Frenchman, a return to the old lady may be on the horizon. How do they find such a huge transfer? Glad you asked. On to the next prediction. Ronaldo leaves PSG. After conquering Spain, Italy and England, France has to be the next logical step for CR7. As for Juventus, letting go of their star does make financial sense. They have recorded substantial losses in 2020 and may not be able to afford the Portuguese legend anymore. So this might well be the final season for Ronaldo in the white and black of Juve. For PSG, he could prove to be the experienced veteran needed to help push the club to Champions League glory. 3. Manchester City win the Champions League. This might well be the season where Pep Guardiola recaptures some of his European magic. The citizens have had a slowish start to the season, but are slowly finding their feet. With an inspired Ruben Diaz on defence, they look like a slightly better defensive unit. That may work well in their favour as they navigate the knockout stages of the Champions League. After knocking out Madrid last season, they would have felt extremely disappointed to go out in Lyon. But as it is, they must have learned the lessons of taking their chances the hard way. So, as Guardiola enters the twilight of his City tenure, going out with a Champions League title would be fitting for the Spaniard. Belgium wins the Euros and De Bruyne finally shines. Belgium are the number 1 ranked team in the world, and as time ticks on, their golden generation keeps losing time to stamp their authority on the global stage. So as Euros come on 1 year late, this might be the opportunity Roberto Martinez and his side need. They still have the likes of Eden Hazard, Thibaut Courtois, Toby Alderweireld, and the rejuvenated Romelu Lukaku leading the line. But the one player that everyone would be looking at has to be Kevin De Bruyne. The vice-captain is already 29 and the Euros might be the last international competition he plays at his peak, so he might as well make it count. Perhaps the main rivals of Belgium in the Euros are England, France and Spain. Out of these, Spain and England are still developing their respective sides, and France could suffer from the hangover of the World Cup, as most teams tend to suffer in subsequent international competitions after winning big. There are not many teams that have a squad as experienced as Belgium, and it's about time they won something. Messi leaves for City and wins an international trophy. 2021 might be the year Messi finally leaves Barcelona. Barca have gotten off to a torrid start in La Liga and already sit outside the top 4, albeit with a game in hand. As Messi runs down his contract till June when he could be free to leave, it has to be an ideal destination for him. It has to be Manchester City. As per our timeline, City win the Champions League and use the boost of winning a major trophy to bring the Argentinian to Manchester. Messi fits right in, being the ideal replacement for Aguero and alternating with Sterling on the right-hand side. He would be the ideal partner for De Bruyne and would look to end his career by finally proving himself on a cold Wednesday night at Stoke or Burnley. And to round off the summer of huge changes for him, Messi also wins an international trophy. While it may seem wishful thinking at first, it does make a lot of sense. Argentina have a fresh crop of talent like Lautaro Martinez and a talented keeper in Emilio Martinez. Most of the players are young and do not have the kind of bad memories others had with international trophies. Their realistic challengers would be Brazil, but they are another inexperienced side with players like Firmino, Coutinho and Arthur struggling for form. So Messi may surprise everyone with a major international trophy at last. 6. Chelsea sacks Lampard. It all started like a fairy tale with Lampard leading a weakened side to a respectable top 4 finish. But after the much-awaited transfer haul with players like Havertz, Werner and Ziyech coming in, Chelsea don't look much better. What may also influence Chelsea's decision is the availability of quality managers on the market. There were rumours linking them to Pochettino, but the Argentinian has gone to PSG. So if they can agree terms with someone like Tuchel or Allegri, Lampard may be shown the door. 7. Mbappe joins Madrid. Let's be honest, Galactical signing just has to happen this coming summer. And for Madridistas, Mbappe could be the ideal player. He could slot in on the right side as Benzema continues to shine, and with time, Mbappe can take over the striker spot for him. As for PSG, it may seem like a decent deal if Madrid push hard and Mbappe becomes unsettled. His current deal runs until 2022, and if PSG do not act fast, they may be at risk of losing him for free. The admiration of Mbappe for Zidane has always been public, and it could be a deal that makes a lot of sense. Number 8. Salah joins Los Blancos. With Madrid signing Galacticos, one usually follows the other. Of course, there would be the problem of raising funds, but if Madrid can save some funds in other positions, they can definitely push for Salah. Reports suggest that they could get David Alaba for free in the summer. That move alone could save them a lot of money and resources in replacing Sergio Ramos. And as they sell a few of their players on loan like Gareth Bale and Dani Ceballos, they could raise enough money to get both Salah and Mbappe. All this may be bad for Hazard, but it would be perfect for a Madrid side needing a fresh start. As for Salah, he has already expressed his desire to move to either Barca or Madrid at some point. So if the stars align, he could be ready to join Los Blancos. Number 9. Atletico wins La Liga. As of now, Luis Suarez has 9 La Liga goals, which is the same tally as Braithwaite, Griezmann, Coutinho and Dembele have managed together for Barca. That alone sums up the kind of turmoil Barca finds themselves in. Add to the ageing superstars of Madrid and the young players still adapting, and Atleti have a huge opportunity to win La Liga for the first time since 13-14. They have always had a solid defensive core with Gimenez, Renan Lodi and in Oblak have perhaps the best goalkeeper in the world. Add to that the finally performing Joao Felix and they now have enough striking quality up front. What they do need is a bit of luck with injuries. If they can keep their best players fit, they may have enough gas to finally win the title race after so many years. 10. Arteta survives at Arsenal. This might be the boldest of all predictions on the list. Arteta seems to be on the cusp of getting sacked after a dismal start to the Premier League season. But recent results have picked up, and as Thomas Partey returns to full fitness and they sign a much-needed attacking midfielder, things are bound to improve. Aubameyang has also suffered from poor form and he returns to his best. Arsenal will surely be scoring more goals in the second half of the season. Another reason why Arsenal might stick with him is that he has always been a long-term appointment and they do trust him, especially after the FA Cup and Community Shield wins. Once Arteta gets a few more of his favoured players, Arsenal may see a turn in fortunes. And as Arteta learns on the job, he is sure to improve with time. Do you agree with some of these bold predictions, or just thought that all of these predictions were mere pipe dreams? Let me know in the comments below. And also, tell us what your bold predictions are for 2021. It would be fun to revisit these at the end of the year. Until then, make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe and tune in next time we go through the latest in football news.